Hi everyone, welcome back to My Life in Heels. I'm your host, Tiffany Scott. There was a time where being desired felt like everything. When someone looked at me and wanted me, it felt like proof. Proof that I was real. Proof that I was attractive. Proof that I belonged in the world and in the place I wanted to be. And for a while, that attention felt intoxicating. But what I didn't understand back then, and what no one really tells you, is that being desired and being respected are not the same thing. And learning the difference literally changed my life. So today I want to talk about the space between the two, about what it feels like to be wanted, and what it means to finally feel valued. For many of us, especially trans women and cross-dressers, desire often arrives before safety, before stability, before confidence, and before we fully know ourselves. When somebody desires you, it can feel validating in a way that's hard to describe unless you've actually lived it. It's not just attraction, it's recognition. And early on, desire can feel like acceptance. I remember a time where feeling wanted made me feel powerful, like I'd finally arrived. And there's no shame in that. We're all human. We all want to be seen. My first real date was years ago. I was chatting to a guy online. We'd been chatting for some time and he finally invited me to his home. I was a bit impulsive at the time and it did sound exciting, so off I went. When I got there, it wasn't a house as I was expecting. It was an apartment block. It felt daunting. So I rang him and he was very reassuring. He even came down to meet me. He took me up in the lift and all I could think was, what if his neighbours come out? But he didn't seem bothered. We had a lovely evening in his apartment and it did feel like a proper date. And I found the whole thing rather exciting. Dave was lovely, caring and polite, but he didn't want a relationship. And this wasn't the start of any great romance. But here's the truth. Desire doesn't always come with care, or kindness, or even consideration. Sometimes someone can want your body, but still ignore your boundaries. They can crave your presence, but disappear when you need consistency. And this is where the confusion starts. They're saying all the right things, but something still feels off. I would get the occasional message online from somebody who'd seen my pics and fancied giving it a go, as if I was to be their little experiment. I started to notice that even though I was being wanted, I wasn't being treated particularly well. And that realisation can sting, but it's also the beginning of wisdom. Sometimes it's best just to say no. Respect is quieter. It doesn't rush. It doesn't pressure. And it doesn't make you feel like you owe anybody anything. Respect looks like someone listens when you speak. Someone honours your boundaries. Someone cares how you feel after the interaction. Respect doesn't demand access. It earns your trust. And here's the biggest difference of all. Desire asks, what can I get from you? Respect asks, how can I show up for you? So I want to pause for a moment. Think about the last time somebody gave you attention. How did you feel afterwards? Were you calm or were you anxious? Did you feel seen or did you feel used? Did you feel held or did you feel hollow? Your body often knows before your mind does. You don't need to judge yourself for your answers. We've all experienced these moments and we've all made mistakes. The important thing is to learn from them and not repeat them. Life is a balancing act between nothing ventured, nothing gained, to gaining the respect you deserve. At some point, many of us make a quiet shift. We stop asking, do they want me? And we start asking, how do I feel around them? That's when standards change. That's when peace starts to matter more than validation. So set your own rules, be responsible for your own standards. Make sure you get something out of your relationships. You may just want to fling. You may want something deeper. But make sure you choose and not someone else. And that's not becoming cold, that's becoming whole. If you're still learning the difference, remember to be gentle with yourself. Wanting to be desired doesn't make you weak, but learning to seek respect makes you strong. You don't owe access to anybody just because they desire you. You deserve respect because you are you. This has been My Life in Heels. Thank you for walking with me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.